So why Malaysia we believe is a good destination for students. 180 different nationalities are coming to Malaysia to pursue their higher education. Malaysia do accept IELTS, PTE and lingua skill. So in general, no proof of funds, no bank statements, no SO. That makes this entire process very simple and very transparent for many of the students. Hello everyone, and today you are joining with one of our videos. And as 2025 is come to an end, this video we are going to focus on 2026. So first of all, we actually would like to say thank you for all of our viewers, subscribers, and all the audience who joined with us for last 7 years or so. Specifically, those who came on board as new subscribers for 2025, we would like to say thank you for your support towards our channel. And if you are someone have not subscribed yet, we encourage you to consider subscribing this channel, Agape Education Malaysia YouTube channel, where we actually focusing on giving details about study Malaysia options for the students. So if you're a student or a parent, or in any way that you're actually interested to get to know more about higher education options in Malaysia, we hope that this channel will add more value to you. So consider subscribing. So having said that, today's video is very special. Today we are actually going to focus on is to give you more details about 2026, which is upcoming year. So as you know, 2025 November intake was the last intake for most of the universities in Malaysia. So we actually consider the 2025 academic year is almost finished. As for today, when we record this video, we have done our final batch for the year, November intake undergraduate. But December, we have few universities open for a research student to come into the postgraduate studies. But having said that, now we all focus on 2026 intakes, and this video we are going to cover about all the questions that you might have about study Malaysia. If you are a student currently facing exams, or if you are a student who have done a bachelor's degree waiting for transcript and certificates, and if you don't know what to do, and if you are looking information about Malaysia for 2026, this video is for you. So stay tuned with this video. We will going to give you all the necessary details. Most probably this video might be the most guided video for 2026, so stay tuned with us to get to know the details regarding study Malaysia. We are going to summarize an entire thing into 20 to 25 minutes, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's discover 2026 details about study Malaysia, about the universities, scholarships, and also a possible fee restructuring. Basically, what are the prediction for fees for upcoming year? So in one video. Stay tuned. All right, so those who are not familiar with Malaysia, so Malaysia is actually a country located in Southeast Asia, surrounded by two main islands, West Malaysia and East Malaysia. So Malaysia is actually surrounded by four countries, starting from Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and Brunei. So many of us knows capital city of Malaysia, which is Kuala Lumpur, which is located in West Malaysia. We call it Peninsula, and there's the other part of the island too, which is called Borneo. And Borneo, and they have Sabah and Sarawak. So these are the two main states in the East Malaysia. So why Malaysia we believe is a good destination for students? If we were to summarize to deliver in a very simple manner, Malaysia is known to have very good education for international students. They provide world-class education with the MQA accreditation certification, and technically, when it's come to the Malaysia, it's a well developed country in Southeast Asia. So students can have a very modernized lifestyle, and at the same time very high quality of education. So in terms of the destination wise, the living cost is very affordable, and the tuition fee can be quite affordable when you compare with the other popular destinations. So other than that, Malaysia also provides a wide range of study options, starting from medicine, sciences, engineering, business, IT, hospitality, and tourism. So all these programs are available for international students. Some specific programs like aircraft, marine science also available with a valid licensing part. So this is Malaysia. So right now, Malaysia is actually having around 180 different nationalities are coming to Malaysia to pursue their higher education from all over the world. For many reasons, the key reasons are basically the affordability, and the living cost is very affordable. For many students, it's very near to come to Malaysia. If the specifically if the students are who are from Asia, they are coming to Malaysia because it's very near for them. And those who are living in Africa and Central Asia, they believe Malaysia actually are very affordable for them, and also it's very high quality education. And the next thing is the universities. Malaysia, they do have private, semi-government, and public universities. So we, as a placement center, we do have 30 official panel campuses in our panel, so which is consists with public, private, and semi-government universities in our panel. So if you take a look at number one university in Malaysia, as we all know, is University of Malaya. It is a public university. In terms of private universities, number one is known to have Taylor's University. And as you know, Malaysia also having branch campuses from Swinburne, Monash, Curtin, Nottingham, and Southampton. So these are actually foreign branch campuses in Malaysia. So when it's come to students are acquiring a foreign degree, students are also coming to Malaysia to complete their degree based in Malaysia, but they can acquire a dual awarded certificate from other countries. So this is also one of the part that the students are actually considering Malaysia at the moment to come and pursue their higher education. So these are some of the reasons why students are actually coming to Malaysia. I believe that each and every student, before they make a decision, they will be able to do some personal research online. So all of you can do some research about Malaysia, how Malaysia is, how multicultural is a country, and what are the facilities the students are actually getting. So from this video, we are going to more focus on the 2026, what are the programs, the new programs available in the campuses, and what are the popular universities for students, and what kind of a scholarship that you can actually expect for undergraduate and postgraduates. And we are going to focus on more on the processing part. What are the documentation that you guys require, and how is the eligibility happening, and the visa processing. So in this video, the next few things we are going to discuss is more on the universities, application process, and also the visa. Okay, so next thing we are going to cover about the universities, the popular campuses, and then we will discuss about the admission process. All right, so when it's come to popular universities in Malaysia, they could be actually based on the major students are choosing. Like for example, if students are choosing medicine, so there's a specific universities which is very popular for medicine programs. If the students are looking for engineering, they have particular universities specifically designed for engineering students. So however, in general, international students are mostly looking for universities like Taylor's, Sunway University, Monash University, Malaysia, and Swinburne University, Sarawak, Asia Pacific University, Inti International University. So these are some of the universities students are well known among the international students, and the majority of the students are also surrounded by these universities. But when it's come to public universities, as we all know, the number one university is University of Malaya. So, and UKM, UPM, So these are some of the public universities the students are actually considering to start their higher education if they prefer to go for public universities in Malaysia. And we also have government linked universities, which are actually a part of the government, but we normally call these universities as government linked universities, such as MMU, Multimedia University, Uniten, and Unicale. So these are some of the universities we normally known as government linked universities. So for many of the international students, the entry requirements are actually set by O levels, which is IGCSE. From O level, students can start their higher education in Malaysia. For O level students, foundation programs are open to enroll, and those who have 5 credits, they can enroll for a foundation. If they have less than 5 credits, they can consider to go for a diploma level. And those who have done A levels, they can get the direct entry for bachelor's degree, subjected to the results. They need to complete minimum entry requirements. The minimum entry requirement for many universities, for many programs, is 2 credits from A levels. So as long as you have A levels with the 2 credit passes, potentially you can get into a degree in Malaysia. However, I want to highlight the part that sometimes the entry requirements are based on the subject you are choosing. So for example, medicine students, they need to have minimum 3B passes from the science background. Like for example, A level, they need to have subjects like biology, chemistry, and physics, for example, with a minimum of B passes. And so entry requirements are actually based on the subject you are choosing. However, the starting point is O level. So those who have done O levels, they can enroll for foundation program or diploma level. Those who have A levels, if they are fulfilling the entry requirements, they can start their education from bachelor's degree direct. And those who have done a bachelor's degree with minimum GPA of 2.75 and above can consider to go for a master's degree. And those who are looking for doctorate or PhD, they must have a master's degree and they can get into a PhD. So this is how the education levels and the entry requirements are working in Malaysia. So if you would like to get to know specific details, like for example, if you want to get into an engineering program and what are the entry requirements you need, I encourage all of you guys to consider to join for one of our free counseling sessions where we can understand your profile and we can give you better suggestions on your study pathways. In generally, O level is a starting point, IGCSE, and then you can, according to your current qualification, we will be able to propose you what are the possible university options and programs for you. Apart from that, Malaysia also have English proficiency requirement. Those who are coming from non-English curriculum, like for example, if the students have done O level and A level from local languages, they need to go through an English proficiency exam or English proficiency test. So right now, Malaysia do accept IELTS and PTE and lingua skill. So lingua skill is an exam coming from Cambridge. However, the lingua skill is not accepted in all the universities, and lingua skill are not accepted for all the basically programs. So you have to basically get to know what are the programs accepted by lingua skill. However, in general, IELTS and PTE is valid for as an English proficiency exams, one of the English proficiency tests. However, those who are coming from English speaking curriculum or IGCSE, for example, they can be exempted from this English proficiency, so they don't have to take any extra exams to prove the English. So English proficiency is one of the requirement the students need to fulfill if the students are coming from non-English backgrounds. So regarding these details as well, we really encourage If anybody have a doubt, to contact us, because this video is general details we are going to give you. So I believe if there's anything that you guys are not clear, please do get in touch with us. Okay, so the next thing, when it's come to the university selection, what we normally suggest the students to join for our counseling, because where we can actually analyze the student's profile well, and we can give some better suggestions on the particular universities. Because if you guys are thinking of taking an engineering pathway, we have specific universities for engineering. And if you want to take an IT, computer science, as your major, we have specific universities specializing in this major. So you usually advise all the students to join for counselings first, so we can actually analyze your profile and give you a better match of the university. So our next thing we are going to talk about is average tuition fees, what you can expect from foundation to diploma and the bachelor's and the master's and PhD. All right. So tuition fees. All right. So when it's come to tuition fees and the living cost, I want to emphasize one thing, that tuition fees are totally depend on your university, whichever the university you are selecting. But we are just going to give you a rough idea about the tuition fees, what's the ranges that you can actually expect. So the range is actually depending on the campus you are choosing, and basically your whether you are fulfilling the entry requirements, whether you are eligible to get a scholarship. So all these things need to take into consideration when it's come to proposing your exact budget. But like I mentioned, we are just going to give you a rough idea about the tuition fees, or what kind of expected costing that you can actually expect for each level. So let's start from the foundation. So the foundation level, we usually uh, starting from 10,000 ringgits per year, because 1 year is a foundation program. So foundation is technically it's about 12 months program, 1 year. So you can the prices are starting from $10,000 upwards. It could be about 10,000 to 25,000 ringgits per year. So it depending on the campus. And if you take a look at basically a diploma level, you can prices can be starting from 12,000 ringgits to 25,000 ringgits. It depends on the basically the program. So what I refer by here is 10,000 to 25,000 is per year. The costing is per year. Okay, so this is the annual tuition fees, is not the total tuition fees. Okay, so for the diploma, you can the prices can start from 12,000 ringgits to all the way up to 25,000, is based on the university that you're choosing. For the degree, the starting price point at the moment, it used to be around 12,000 to 13,000 ringgits as a minimum budget. However, it has increased with the tax, as you guys know. There was recent SST 6% imposement for the students, international students. So with the tax, it has gone up a bit. So right now, what we are predicting for 2026, the starting price point could be around 16,000 ringgits and upwards. So you can expect from 16,000 Malaysian ringgits all the way up to 40,000 ringgits based on the campus that you are choosing. This is an annual tuition fee without scholarship. And for the master's students, you can expect your minimum 1 year master's program starting from 18,000 to 20,000 ringgits, and it can go up to almost 30, 40, 50,000 even, according to the university that you are choosing. For the doctorate, PhD is the same. Your program can start from 15 to 18,000 ringgits per year, and it could go up to almost 30, 40, 50, even 50,000 based on the university of your selection. So when it's come to scholarship, so Malaysia do offer scholarship for specifically undergraduate students. There's a very less chance that international students are eligible to get fully funded scholarship for undergraduates, but there are some specific universities offer fully funded scholarship at the moment. but it's also based on the quota system. So what we normally encourage those who want to have fully funded the scholarship states, they can actually apply and wait for the response. So when it's come to scholarship, some universities are offering scholarship for high achievers, like from IGCSE. If the student is having 9 A's or 7 A's and above, like for example 7, 8, 9 A's, can request for 30 to 50% scholarship from particular universities. And those who have done A levels, if they have 3 A's or 2 A's, 1B, or high achievers technically, can have scholarship from 30 to 50% scholarship from their total tuition fees. And there are some universities as well, they provide fixed scholarship for students. Like for example, it doesn't really matter what is the student's grades are, they all are eligible for scholarship. Mostly about 50 to 60% scholarship based on the program they are applying. So other than that, for master students, we do have tuition fee waivers. We normally call it 100% tuition fee waivers. These are not fully funded, by the way. This is we just call it tuition fee waiver options. We do have in 2 universities. So from this scholarship, the master students can basically waive off their entire tuition fees. They are only required to pay the visa, registration, and admission fees. So this is one of the scholarship that the master students can consider if they are interested to study in Malaysia. And the PhD as well, we have 100% tuition fee waiver options for 2026 if you guys are interested to pursue your PhD in Malaysia. However, these scholarships, for especially for postgraduate students, need a lot of clarification and explanation according to your profile. So we are not going to give you all the details here to avoid any misunderstanding. So those who are interested to get to know about these 100% tuition fee waivers for masters and PhD, please do get in touch with us. So we would like to arrange a free counseling session to understand your profile and to explain to you the terms and conditions that you have to fulfill to get into this 100% tuition fee waiver. Okay, so when it's come to annual living cost, the monthly living cost in Malaysia, we normally propose starting from 1,200 to 1,500 ringgits is a reasonable budget for living in Malaysia. So 1,200 to 1,500, you can cover your hostel, your food, transportation, and some of your miscellaneous fees. So the major part when it comes to your living cost, major expenses most of the students are covering is a rental, so or the accommodation. So as a company, we normally provide accommodation assistance for our students. If you are basically coming from a foreign country, we suggest you to take the hostels, the university hostel. If the university do not provide the university hostels, we assist the students to find off-campus private accommodations. So when you plan your monthly budget, what you need to consider is what kind of accommodation that you require, because your accommodation will be the major part of your budgeting, major part of your costing per month when it's come to the monthly budget. However, as an estimate roughly budget, 1,200 to 1,500 is a good amount or good budget for a student to live in Malaysia for 1 month. Okay, so next part we are going to talk about is a famous programs that the universities has been released for 2026 as per our prediction. What are the popular programs that you can consider to study in 2026 next year? All right, so when it's come to popular courses or popular programs for 2026, as we all know, the top of the list is IT and cybersecurity. Apart from the IT and cybersecurity, students are also driven forward for subjects like data science, engineering, and some of the science subjects like medicine, biomedical sciences, and also some of the students are also looking for nursing programs in Malaysia. So other than these programs, hospitality management, business, arts and design, when it comes to education subjects like education, and also early childhood education is also one of the popular programs listed for 2026. Apart from that, those who are looking for more to technical programs or the technical subjects are also available in many of the universities. So these are some of the popular courses, but however, other than these programs, Malaysian universities are offering almost all the subjects that you can possibly think of. So if you have other subjects in your mind other than this, you can also let us know. We can try to find if any of our universities are actually offering the subjects that you are desired for. So please do remember each of these subjects having their own entry requirements. So many of the subjects, like specifically about pharmacy, medicine, nursing, so these subjects are having their own entry requirements. So please do make sure to check the eligibility if you are eligible for these programs before you getting into the application process. So next thing we are going to talk about is the process, the admission process, the visa process, and how is the summarized process looks like if you are a student applying to Malaysian university. All right, so the Malaysian student visa process can be putting into two parts, pre-arrival and post-arrival. So the pre-arrival process is basically to get your academic documents properly and check your eligibility for the program. So checking eligibility is always has to be done by the campus, and the campus need to come up with a possible recommendation for you. If you're not eligible for the program, the university will always suggest you what are the possible programs that you can try. So like we explained in the video earlier, each education level have their own entry requirements. So please do make sure before you proceed with visa processing or any further processing, please make sure you are eligible for the program. So the first thing first, what you need to do is to check your eligibility for your program. Once you are eligible, you will be receiving an offer letter from the university. Once you receive the offer letter, the next stage is a visa. To apply for the visa, there are some universities assisting students to apply for the visa, and there are some universities require students to apply themselves. However, for those who are applying through our company, we normally support them with the entry requirements, eligibility process, and at the same time producing offer letters on time, and also the visa processing and post-arrival process as well. However, once the students apply for the visa process might take about 30 to 45 working days, depending on the student's documents and also the EMGS requirements. So please make sure you apply earlier to the intake to make sure that there is no any delay to attend your classes. So after you receive your eval, which is called as electrical visa approval letter, certain countries require to apply for single entry visa from their home country. We normally guide the students how to apply for the single entry visa from their country. Upon receiving the single entry visa, you can arrive to Malaysia as a student. So this is a process that you have to do before arrival. So after arrival, all the students have to go through a mandatory health screening process. So basically a mandatory medical checkup. So the medical checkup can be arranged in the EMGS dedicated panel clinics available throughout Malaysia. For all of our students, we arrange their medical checkup. We personally bring them to the health clinic facilities to facilitate the medical checkup. So once the medical checkup is complete, once the student has passed the medical checkup, and the next thing is student enrollment at the campus. Like I mentioned, we'll be there to help all of our students to enroll in the program and until they sit down in the classroom. So this is a summarized process starting from application eligibility all the way up to class enrollment. Very simple process, very less complicated once you compare with the other countries. And those who are coming from overseas countries, Malaysia do not require to submit any proof of funds or any bank statements or SOPs to go through this process. So all the documents is basically the major documents required for you to have is your academic documents. Make sure that you have your official transcript and official certificates, and make sure your international passport is valid minimum 18 months. So these are the mandatory documents you require. Other than these two documents, according to the specific program you apply, there are some additional documents that you need to prepare. But in general, no proof of funds, no bank statements, and no SOP. So that makes this entire process very simple and very transparent for many of the students. So next thing we are actually going to cover about the final part. We are going to cover about basically the student life and what are the intakes available in the many of the universities. And after intakes, we are going to summarize this video. So let's get to know what are the intakes available in the campuses right now for 2026. When it comes to available intakes, we have major three cycles in many of the Malaysian universities, academic cycles, starting from January, May, and September. So these are the main three major three intakes available in many of the universities in Malaysia. Apart from that, some of the universities they do offer starting from March, July, and November intakes as well. So it depends like what kind of a program and what kind of university that you want to apply on. But in general, academic calendars are open throughout the years. So but specific programs like pharmacy and medicine and nursing, so these programs, the intakes are very limited, almost one intake per year, especially pharmacy. So if you guys are interested by these programs, try to get to know the details earlier and try to apply before you miss the intake. And the next thing is, when it comes to applying for the intake, if you have a focus intake, or let's say for example March, make sure you apply 3 months earlier for the smooth visa processing and to finalize your arrival process really well. So these are the major intakes. And before we end this video, we want to highlight a few things that the students might not know about Malaysia. Life in Malaysia is comfortable with the good food and safety. The students have 50% off from the public transport in Malaysia once you are enrolled and become an active student in Malaysia. Other than that, choosing your right university is depending on your budget and city of your preference, and also your future goals. So what we normally do to assist the students to select the right program, right university with the right budget, we normally conduct 100% free counseling and the consultation sessions for the students. Those who are from overseas, you can always get in touch with us. We provide online counseling sessions throughout the days. So get in touch with us if you guys have any further or anything that you are not sure. If you want to get to know, you feel free to WhatsApp to our WhatsApp number. If not, go through our website and you can reserve your free counseling spot. So before we end our video, we would like to say thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the video, remember to like video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and share this video with people who would like to come to Malaysia to complete their education. Before we end, we are Agape Education Malaysia. We are an ISEF accredited placement center in Malaysia. 8 years in running, starting from 2017. So stay tuned with us in this channel. We are going to give you more details about Malaysia. At the same time, the university details, about the updated details about the study in Malaysia. So stay tuned with us for next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Agape Education Malaysia, your gateway to higher education in Malaysia.